What is up, everyone? I'm Hans, and welcome to another weekly update. Oh boy, I have much to cover. Actually, I don't, but just imagine I have topics to actually talk about that are relevant. So, I finally got Raider. It took me 1 month to actually get it when it was supposed to take 2 weeks. But the reason for that was not because of my performance, luckily enough, but the reason was because I couldn't attend to certain raids, and one raid was even cancelled. So there was no way of me even showing up to that raid. This week, I actually found hope in the guild. We progressed on Imnor and we actually killed him, which was a surprise to me because as soon as we started to progress on Imnor, I just started thinking, how are we ever going to kill this boss? I saw people fail on heroic tactics, literally. And raid leader, when he asked for people to stack, they just couldn't stack. I was so surprised. But we got it. We got it done. Uh, we actually had 5 healers because people follow the Fat Boss guide like it was the Holy Bible or something. And we ended up berserking every single time on the last bridge. Well, every time we actually reached to that phase, obviously. So the raid leader was like, okay, let's switch to 4 healers, and poof, everything went smooth. We did it, no problem. There was one issue though. There was one issue this week that I personally didn't like, and there was a specific reason. This reason will never happen, or not reason, a circumstance. It will probably never occur ever again, but the raid ID was extended so that we started on Iminar, hence we didn't get any loot from the previous bosses. Now, for me, this isn't a problem per se to not get loot. I don't mind it. I don't mind progressing. That's like half of the fun of actually raiding is the progress on new bosses. What actually bothered me was that no one was told. No one was told except for officers and the raid leaders. And I talked to one of the raid leaders afterwards about this, and he said that they basically had an issue previously where normal raiders wouldn't attend if they knew that we would just go to the boss that we're progressing on. I kind of understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, there are people that actually don't mind progressing, but they want to be told this, and I'm one of them. And it might sound very strange, but here is the actual reason. I was saving up my seals specifically for this mythic raid. I wanted to get the tier pieces from Eonor and from High Command specifically, at least try to bonus roll them. But of course, I didn't get that chance now. So I was capped on seals, 6 seals. And now you might think, well, that's not an issue. You know that's not an issue. If you already bought this week's seals, you have 6 seals. That's not an issue, right? The problem was, and this is where it comes down to bad luck, I suppose, and it like never will happen again, probably, hopefully. The Nether Disruptor was actually up with the buff Seal of Fate or Broken Fate, whatever it's called. That screwed my planning over so much, because now I was sitting there capped, and I have extra seals that I need to collect. And I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? Luckily, it's turned out that I actually was able to spend them in one way or another, which was fortunate for me. Especially now that we killed Iminar, I got to spend one. So I'm capped again on seals for next week. But yeah, it's one of those things where I hope that the communication will improve. But at the same time, I just understand where they're coming from. It's not fun when people are like, "Oh, sorry guys, I'm sick," when they are fully able to attend to the raid, and they just don't show up because, well, we're progressing on a boss. But yeah, we'll see. We'll hope that simply changes. At least they, I hope that they tell me, because I'm loyal towards the guild, towards the raids. It's common manners for me, really. So if I was in a relationship with this guild, so to speak, this would kind of be like a red flag ish. But I mean, I'm not unreasonable, you know. So what else? I like the guild's progression so far. We're killing one boss per week, which is ideal, and I think a lot of that has to do with what I told in the previous week, that we actually have established a somewhat good team now. We're still pugging, so to speak. We're still loaning players from another guild, which I really hope will change soon. I really hope that we get 25, 27 players, something like that. Some people will get benched. I understand that. I will probably also get benched eventually, because one day I might not need an item from the first few bosses, and that should be fine. Someone else should get those items, even if they will Tyrant Forge. It's just how it is. But we'll see how it goes. At least I'm happy that the guilds are cooperating, kick this out, are always offering players to us, and we're always offering players to them. So, with that being said, we'll see how it goes. I'm still not 100% convinced this is my guild. I'm going to be honest here. It's it is a big it's a big chance that it's a yes, obviously. But just because I got Raider doesn't mean that my trial towards them is over. It kind of, I suppose, never ends. That same way as my trial kind of never ends from their point of view, you know. But I'm enjoying the company. I'm enjoying the raids, and at the end of the day, for me, I suppose the social interaction with raiders who actually know what to do is more important than actual progressing. But at the same time, I want progress. It's weird how I want the cake and at the same time I want to eat the cake. Yeah, it's not good. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. A special shout out to Goler, because he asked me to specifically mention his name in the video. So hi to you, Goler. You're like my only viewer. And I hope you keep watching these videos, because you are basically the only one doing it. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy your Mythic Plus caches tomorrow. It's reset Wednesday to tomorrow. Yeah, it is tomorrow. Actually today, because I'm recording at 4 a.m. Yay. Thank you for watching. Cheers. And as always, have a nice one.